Hello and welcome to SOFLY Pilates. Today's workout is amazing, very short. You can do it anytime. So I have Allegro Tower of Power, but you can buy a couple of hooks and a couple of springs. You can make it as high key or as low key as you'd like. And a couple of springs and a bar. One of my friends just made it. I'm not handy at all, so I bought one from Balanced Body. And another thing that I'm using is this little device for posture. I recommend it, but if you have no issues with the posture, you don't need it. I really like for my head not to go forward. And that's about it. If you don't have the tools, you can also try with hooking the TheraBands to the door. That's another option, but you can have that set up really cheap. Oh, another option that you can buy from Balanced Body, it's loops that you hook on the door. You just have to have a little bit of space to step back and forth. Without further ado, let's get started. We're going to start with a row, so stand up nice and tall. Pitching your shoulders down the back and make sure that your weight is distributed evenly between your heels and the front of your foot. And this is dynamic. It's a cardio and strength training workout. So we're going to go nice and proud. And inhale. On exhalation, we're going to roll for 8 times. 1, 2, wide elbows, wide collarbones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From here, you're going to step away from the bar a little bit, and for the next part, this is very important for the knees, strength and flexibility. Also fantastic if you're planning to scramble or climb a big mountain. So you're going to inhale, and we'll start with a squat. So it's really bringing your bum back, and the bar is helping you. And we'll just do it for 4. Belly's in, and I'm wearing a little device that helps me to keep my head right on top and line with my pelvis. And so my knees are not going in or out. So next 4 times, we're going to go into a full squat. Inhale, belly in, full range of motion, healthy knees, and come back up. You can work up to this, but this is sometimes in the mountains or in life can be the difference between life and death. You don't need to be dramatic. Few more times. And from here, we're going to go straight into a lunge. So you're going to take your, and you might need to adjust, you're going to take your right foot back into a lunge. And we're just going to go for 8. 1, all the way down, belly in. 2, chest up. 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and switch, and 1, and 2, neutral spine, belly in, head is right on top of the pelvis. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and switch. So now next we're going to go a little bit more dynamic. You're going to take your right foot back into a lunge and bring the knee back up into a chest. So it's hip flexion and hip extension. Flex. So see how I'm flexing? I'm in the full flexion, nothing in the lower back. And now I'm going to extend. We're going to go for 4 and press the bar. 2, 3, and 4. And switch. 1. Stand up proud. Hip flexion. Belly in, hip extension. Lean back. Hip flexion. 3. And 4. And rest for a second. I'm actually gonna switch the bar. And we can do this sequence very fast or very slow, depending on what we're working on. So next time, we're gonna go into arabesque. And this is spinal extension and a lat pull. We're gonna go for 8. And make sure that the thumbs are with your fingers. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, point your right foot. Extension, and we're gonna pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shoulders down, 6, 7, and 8. Make sure that the hip is parallel. And from here, we're gonna pulse 1, extension, 2, 3, stand up proud, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and switch. And 1, point the left, make sure that the hips are facing the mat. 3, 4, shoulders down, 5, 6, belly in, 7, 8, and extension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And rest for a second. So from here, since it's a kind of a short full body workout, again, this is really helpful with the spine. So let's find where you're leaning into the wind first. Belly in, head is right on top of the pelvic, and you're leaning into the wind. Neutral spine. Few breaths here. Now the challenge. You're gonna take a deep breath, and you're gonna find the point to gaze and rise up into your toes as you lift the bar up. And make sure that you're not turning in or out. Strong legs, strong ankles. And exhale down. You might need to adjust, move back. Most importantly is stability. And here is another fantastic example of Pilates work the whole body in a very functional way. Big breath in on the exhalation as you raise your arm. You're going to come to your toes. And maybe this time go a little bit higher. And once you're up there, try to look up. Breathe. On the exhalation, bringing everything down. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale. Fill your lungs with air. Exhale, belly in as you raise your arms and come to your toes. Take the arms all the way in so the shoulder is in the flexion. If you lose balance, come back to it. It's a practice. And on the exhalation, coming down. Last time. I'm gonna move away, give myself a little bit more weight. Inhale, fill your lungs with air. On the exhalation, take the arms overhead. Belly in. Trust the spring, trust yourself. And come up onto your toes. Bring the arms even higher, a little bit of an extension, look up if you can. And exhale, coming down. From here, we're just gonna do a couple of push-ups. Fantastic upper body work. Find where your needed resistance is, and you're gonna press. Shoulders down. Press. And 3. And 4. Let's go for 8. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And now you're gonna bend your elbows for chaturanga push-up. Belly in, head right on top of the pelvis. And this is much harder because we're working isolating triceps. 3. And 4. Thumbs within the fingers, always for the nice long line. 5. 6. And 7. And 8. And rest for a second. Take a deep breath in. Now you're going to raise the arms high, bend the elbows, externally rotate the elbows. And we're going to go for 8. And 1, 2, and 3. You can also rise on your toes. A little bit of a challenge. Or not. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And the rest. We're going to do a little reverse bicep curl. And we're just going to go for 4. So for the first round, belly in, weight is distributed evenly. For the first round, you're going to bring the bar in. Don't pop your ribs. Contain yourself. And you're going to bring the bar up towards your shoulder blades. Extend it out. Try to keep the shoulders together. Bring it in. Move it up. Extend 2. Bring it in. Move it up. Extend 3. Bring it in. This is really hard, especially if you have hypermobile shoulders. Another fantastic exercise. And last time, stay here. Now we're going to reverse it. So you're going to go from shoulder blades down and away. Shoulder blades down and away. Shoulder blades 3 down and away. Belly in. Shoulder blades down and away. I'm going to remove my bacon. And now we're ready to stretch. You're going to grab a bar, careful with the hair, and put it right on your hips. And take a big inhale. Look at your arms, extension. On the exhalation, as you bend your knees, you're going to touch the mat and walk out into a downward dog. And it's nice for the springs to help you and give you a little bit of a feedback. Big breath in. Big breath out. Belly in. Bend the knees. Extend. Get on your toes. You can even circle your feet. And little happy dog. Wag your tail. And then move your hands back. You can try to extend in your knees, but keep the belly in. And slowly rise up. Take the arms overhead. And exhale, arms down.